All right, here we go. Hit me, hit me, hit me.
I have a question for you, my little veil parmesan. If given the choice, would you prefer to be a glass cannon dealing immense damage but also receiving significant damage? Or would you rather be a sturdy, beefy boy, taking very little damage and enduring hits like a champ? Tarnished? I think it is pretty obvious that there is only one correct answer here, and that is to opt for the best of both worlds, of course. And for that, I present to you the Ash of War, Braggart's Roar. Braggart's Roar is a heavy ash of war where the user lets out a mighty roar that provides a big buff, giving the user a bonus of 10% physical attack, 10% defense, and 20% stamina recovery. Additionally, it changes the moveset of the heavy attack of the weapon infused with the Ash of War. At a mere glance, this is your standard supportive Ash of War with nothing out of the ordinary, but it has a dirty little secret. And to explain this, we're going to have to talk about the different types of buffs. You see, there are 5 types of buffs in Elden Ring. These are weapon buffs, body buffs, aura buffs, region buffs, and special buffs. You can only have one buff of each category at a time. There are other kinds of boost, like talismans that provide different effects, that do not interfere with the 5 types of existing buffs, so they can be stacked with one another. For example, you can have an Exalted Flesh stacked with the Ritual Sword Talisman for a big damage bonus, and then combine it with a weapon buff, such as Lightning Grease.
Hey!
However, Braggart's Roar is considered to be a weapon buff. That means that the bonus effects of the Ash of War are directly linked to the weapon infused with it. That is why, if you use Braggart's Roar with your offhand weapon and try to do a special attack with your main weapon, it will not work. But what you can do is use Braggart's Roar 2 times to have the defensive buffs stack on each other. Since the stack is multiplicative, this will result in 22% extra damage negation just with the Ashes of War. And as you might guess, you can stack more things on top of them. Things like the Ritual Shield or the blue feathered talismans or body buffs such as Boiled Crab or Black Flame Protection and the Speckled Hardtear mixed in the Physic for an astonishing amount of defenses. The build is best used as a strength chad, since increasing strength will also increase your physical defenses. And of course, since Braggart's Roar also gives additional damage to the weapons you're using, this means that you will have physical damage bonuses on top of all the defenses. You will be an actual tank. This has the potential to be insane, although it can be tricky to pull off in the arena if the enemy doesn't give you room to buff. But that's beside the point. Your weapons of choice can be, well, anything you fancy, really. But since you'll be running a strength build, you might want to use weapons that are good with strength. Power-stanced weapons like double broadswords, which are good for strength builds, are extremely efficient because this is a build designed to trade hits with your opponent, and double straight swords are amazing for trades. You can power stance anything you want, of course, but these would be the most viable options in PvP. Other setups like offhand lance, which provides hyper armor for some reason, plus maybe a straight sword, a stone club or a shamshir on your right hand, can also work really well. Another important thing to keep in mind is
The order
in which you apply the buffs. If you are using Black Flame Protection, you first have to apply that one. Afterwards, you apply the left-handed Braggart's Roar, and then you apply the right-handed Braggart's Roar. This is because you cannot two-hand or change any of the weapons, or you will lose the buffs. If you're going for Boiled Crab, you can use it last, since it doesn't require you to two-hand nor change anything. This, of course, can be used for both PvE and PvP. In PvE, it's going to be even more powerful, since the bonus defenses of certain things like the Dragon Crest Great Shield Talisman are better in PvE. You can become a tank monster and just trade like a champion with your mega defenses build. You can also trade the right-handed Braggart's Roar for Endure to completely disregard any enemy and monkey mash your way to victory. at this clip of me fighting this over-leveled phantom while I'm level 30. I used, of course, the double Braggart's Roar, combined with boiled crab and the Physic.
What is that? What the fuck is that?
Or perhaps this video of me just devouring a devastating blow from a fully charged Royal Knight's Resolve Giant Crusher. By the way, in case you're unfamiliar, Royal's Knight Resolve grants a remarkable 40% damage boost to the subsequent strike with your preferred weapon. Oh, but do not just take my word for it. Also take it from our boy Gigas Thikas. He has a YouTube channel where he uploads interesting combos and cool ideas. He came up with the initial concept, and through his stream chat, Waifu gave him ideas to optimize this monstrous build setup.
Oh, he's laggy. Oh my god, bro. I want to see how much this katana's gonna do. Yo, hit me. Just hit me. Just hit me. Yo, go ahead. Hit me. Hit me. Nice. Hit me again. Hit me again. Hit me. Hit me. Hit me. Oh, Colossal. Colossal. I want to see how much a Colossal does against us. Hit me. Nice. It does no damage. Yeah, nice damage, amigo.
And, of course, here comes the part where I tell you how to deal with this, right? My little silly sausage. Don't worry, Auntie Ranni's got you covered. And yes, you're my consort, and I'm also your aunt. First of all, be sure that the enemy will only be able to pull this off if you let him. Stopping his buffing is more than enough to nullify his complete setup. But if you're one of those honorable warriors that lets their enemies buff, here's what you can do. Anyone utilizing this build will likely be seeking trades tarnished. Avoid mashing your head against his head at all costs. Instead, patiently wait for the buffs to expire and then engage the enemy when they no longer have their extra defense bonuses. Dealing with this build becomes incredibly manageable if you refrain from attempting reckless strategies to secure victory. In other words, don't be a monkey. So there you have it, my dear blubber husband. Here's another compelling reason to enhance your strength and engage in playful fisticuffs with unsuspecting Redditors, all while disregarding their attempts to inflict damage. Now I encourage you to go forth and bonk them to oblivion on my behalf. And if you like this video, feel free to leave a like, a comment, and share it with friends. Consider subscribing to Only Waifu or Gigas Thikas too. And as always, thanks for watching.